we're less than 10 days out from Black Canyon now. I'm about to go out for a 12-mile easy run. Yesterday I did my last workout, which was 6 by mile off 1 minute rest. It went really well, actually. I'm pretty happy with it, and I felt very controlled. I'll throw the splits up on the screen for that. One thing I'm doing differently for this build is not a huge taper. I've kind of been looking back at my training and realizing that I don't respond super well to big tapers. So I'm gonna back off just enough to feel good for the race, but I'm not doing a drastic extreme taper leading up to Black Canyon. So now that we're closing in on race day, been doing a lot of reflecting on this training block and how it went. Honestly, I think my training went about as well as it could have. There was only one setback, and that was that I got really sick after Ireland. Had a 102-degree fever that lasted for 4 days. So that was really frustrating because I ended up taking 5 days completely off running. But I don't know, maybe it's God's way of preventing an overuse injury or something. Anyways, bounced back from that. I had a few solid weeks of training since then. I felt really fit before I got sick, and I feel really fit now. So to kind of talk through what the next week looks like leading up to Black Canyon, I'm doing a shorter long run this weekend, so probably like 14 miles on trail. Definitely gonna take that easy. Just focus on running with the gear I'm gonna race with, taking the race shoes out one last time. Another key part of prep is the heat training. If you watched any of my build up to the Desert Rats 100K, you know I heat trained for that. I think it helps a lot, especially when most of my training has been done in 30-degree weather. It's kind of a non-negotiable to be adapted to the heat when you're gonna go race in the desert. So I've been trying to 4 or 5 days a week do at least 20 minutes in the hot tub or 30 minutes of active heat training. So for the active heat training, I'm overdressing. I'm wearing tights, sweats, a hoodie, a jacket over the hoodie. That just raises my core temperature and forces me to adapt to moving in the heat. It's almost 60 degrees today. It's beautiful. It's kind of unfortunate because we could really use cold weather and snow up here in Utah, but can't say I'm not enjoying the weather today. The sun feels so good on my skin. Fridays are nice because I usually get off a little early, so I actually get to run in the daylight today. Got 8 miles on deck with some hill strides that I'm gonna lift after. Kind of a typical Friday workout, or not workout, but Friday day for me. But when I was training in the heart of this block, I would throw a 5-mile easy run in before work in the morning on Fridays. But since we're getting close to race day, backing off just a little bit, so only run one run today, and just out here enjoying the beautiful weather on the trails. Alright, hill strides are done. Very minor but essential part of training. I'm genuinely so much happier with this weather. Like, I feel like I was deficient on sunlight or something. Okay, today I'm doing my last long run. I'm only doing 14 miles just on the trails. I normally would go a lot longer than this on a Saturday, but that's the one thing that I do really think is important to step back as I taper for Black Canyon is my Saturday long runs, being only a week out. I decided to turn it around 6 miles. Originally I had 14 planned on the docket today. Instead I'm gonna hit like 12. The time was just creeping up and I don't wanna be much over 100 minutes of running on the day. So that's where I'm at. Headed back now. One thing I am doing this run is pushing some of the downhills. And that's not like I'm trying to gain a new adaptation before race day. Really, I'm trying to maintain work that I did the entire training block. I have done more than a few steady downhill tempos just to work on that eccentric loading, which is so critical for Black Canyon because there is a lot of downhill and it is very fast. So it's important to have some of that adaptation in your legs so that you can handle that without destroying your quads. So really just trying to maintain that today and not really gain anything new from it, just maintaining what I've already built. For Sunday, I'm gonna do 8 to 10 miles on the roads. Just gonna take it nice and easy. Usually I would be doing a second long run on my Sundays, but given that we're 6 days out, again, that doesn't make sense. So backing off, doing just an easy run. I'm taking tomorrow completely off. I'll probably hot tub tomorrow, but other than that, it's gonna just be getting as recovered as possible without overdoing the recovery, because on the flip side, if I back off too much, then I'm not gonna race well either. All right, with that run, I'm at about 75 miles on the week. Feels pretty good. It's kind of a nice step back before this upcoming week where I'm really gonna back off in preparation for the race. Still gonna do a workout Wednesday. It's gonna be pretty light. I'm trying to keep a degree of normalcy too. I find that I race best when I'm not overly emotionally invested in the race, and it's really hard to detach. So I'm just trying to keep with a normal routine this week, eat what I normally eat in a regular week of training. Because I find when I'm trying to do everything perfectly how I think it should be done before a race, I stress myself out and race bad. So I'm trying not to take it too seriously despite taking it really seriously. And that's hard to do. But basically I'm just gonna keep doing the routine I always do. Probably spend a lot of time trying to distract myself from the race.